presentation falls under the broad heading of the journey towards customer-centric marketing, transforming your marketing organization to establish trust, increase loyalty, and support growth. Lisa, where are you? She's disappeared? Coming up, okay. So our speaker is Lisa Zakrzewski. She's the Chief Marketing Officer from Leverage Retirement. And with a heading like that, it's sort of like world hunger. I think it's going to be quite a lot to cover. So let me turn the stage over to her to introduce herself more fully and to get right into things.
Good afternoon. Sure, everybody's ready for lunch. I'm only going to be covering a small piece of customer-centric marketing. It is such a broad topic, but how we internalize it with our company. My name is Lisa Zakrzewski, or Lisa Z. I'm the CMO for Leverage Retirement. We are a TPA and record keeper for 401k and ESOP plans. Our company serves B2B and B2C markets, allowing us to support a wide range of client needs. In our B2B relationships, we work directly with businesses to provide customized retirement plans and employee ownership solutions that align with their workforce goals. On the B2C side, we connect with individual employees. We ensure that they are getting the most out of their retirement benefits. Our company is celebrating 40 years this year, and much of our new growth has come from word of mouth, but we've shifted heavily into the digital marketing space. Customer centricity has been and continues to be essential for us and our success as our clients constantly share their respect and their trust, their loyalty of the way we communicate with them and treat each of them individually. So I'm going to tell you a story. Just a few months ago, I was on a Zoom call with a client. And from that moment, his camera was turned on. I could tell that something was wrong. He looked exhausted. His shoulders were slumped, and his eyes told the story of someone who's carrying the weight of the world. You know that feeling, right? That says, I don't know how much longer I can keep going. I asked him how things were going, and after a long sigh, he said, honestly, I'm ready to move on from this business, but I just don't know how. I've poured my life into it. I've built this organization from the ground up, but now I feel stuck. And how do I walk away from that after all these years? I could hear the exhaustion in his voice, but more than that, I could sense the overwhelm. He wasn't just looking for a way out. He wanted a way to transition that would still honor the legacy that he had built. He was torn between wanting to move on and doing right by his employees. I could have thrown out a few options and offered up the typical advice that you hear from any consultant, but instead I did something different. I paused, I asked more questions, and I listened to him. After understanding his situation, I suggested an employee stock ownership plan. I explained how that would allow him to sell his business to his employees, ensuring that his organization's legacy remained intact while giving him the freedom to take a step back. His eyes lit up, and for the first time in a while, he had hoped and had a clear path forward. ESOPs are not a one-size-fits-all solution, but it is a tool that we were able to customize to fit his business. What made this moment so powerful wasn't just the financial advice, but it was the process of deeply understanding what he needed and offering a solution that resonated with his values. And that's the essence of customer-centric marketing. It's about listening, empathizing, delivering solutions that truly serve your clients. What happened during that call wasn't just a solution to a problem. It was a lesson in how we approach marketing and customer service. That story is an example of how you can implement customer-centric marketing. Storytelling is at the heart of this approach. But why? Because stories connect us. They convey empathy, understanding, expertise, all at once, and you can share those stories like the one I just told you where you solved a real-world customer problem, that you're not just marketing your services, that you're showing your clients that you truly understand them. In today's world, customers just don't want products or services. They want solutions that fit their specific needs, and they want to be heard. Okay, so we're going to break this down into something that you guys can apply to your own business. I like to use the GROW framework when I'm helping clients implement like customer-centric marketing strategies. This framework captures the essence of that Zoom call and the storytelling that I just shared with you. So there's 4 pieces to this. It's gather insights, refine the experience, offer value, and win loyalty. So first step is gathering insights. The first thing I did with my client was listen. And you've heard that multiple times in the morning sessions, that listening is really important when we're trying to customize our marketing tactics. So what I did was I gathered as much information as possible to understand his specific challenges. And in marketing, you have to do the same. It starts with getting to know your customers. You survey them, gather feedback, analyze their behaviors, understand what they're struggling with. What are their goals? You can't really solve their problems if you don't have a true understanding and a deep understanding of what their problems truly are. Practical tip, use surveys, feedback, data analytics to get those real insights. And it is all about data, and there's a lot of data out there. But do you really know who your customers are? For a financial service organization, this might mean understanding your client's long-term goals, their risk tolerance, or what they want to achieve with their wealth. Using tools like surveys, CRM systems, and social media engagement to gather this data. But don't just collect the data, use it. Make your customers feel heard by acting on what you've learned. We rely a lot on CRM systems so that each of our different departments, if they're talking to a client at a different time, we're able to gather that data all in one place, and we're not having to like figure out or talk to that client in the same way and have them repeat things that they've already said. So it really does help us get more insight and a lot quicker. Second step, refine the experience. Like updates with our cell phones, we need to constantly update our messaging. People are constantly changing. Technology is changing. So we will use surveys and constantly check in with our clients, looking for any kind of feedback that they have, and then also using the data analytics from our campaigns to get those real insights. Once I understood what my client was going through, I didn't offer a cookie-cutter solution. I refined the experience to fit his specific needs. And in marketing, that's where personalization comes in. It's not about sending the same message to everyone, it's about delivering the right message to the right person at the right time, and this is probably the 3rd or 4th time you've heard that already today. And so a practical tip for you, segment your audience and deliver the right message at the right time. So once you have that data, it's time to personalize that experience. Imagine receiving financial advice that's tailored specifically to your needs. Which one would you trust more? The generic advice or something that speaks directly to you and your current problems? The same applies to your marketing. Segment your audience, refine your message, and speak directly to each group, to each of your group's different needs. And for the 3rd step, so offering value. You want to provide continuous value beyond the transaction. The advice I gave him was valuable, not just because it was technically sound, but because it met his emotional needs as well. In customer-centric marketing, you must always be offering value. Whether it's through educational content, personalized advice, or loyalty programs, the value you provide should enhance your customer's life in the same way. For us, we provide ongoing support and guidance through multiple channels. We have live chat, email, of course. And we always have somebody available for those that do still like to speak on the phone. So we're constantly enhancing our platforms to meet the challenges that people, if they're on our website or if they're working with something on our platform, we hear those concerns and those problems, and we're able to optimize certain things based on, concerns that those people have, and so that makes a better customer experience. So practical tip, educate your clients, offer exclusive content, and build loyalty programs. Value doesn't always come in the form of a product or service. Sometimes it's education. Providing your customers with useful content like market insights or financial planning tips. It can be loyalty programs, special rates, or even a simple thank you that makes them feel appreciated. Always think about how you can add value to your customer's journey. And the fourth and final step, win loyalty. By offering a personalized solution, I didn't just help my client with a one-time decision. I won his trust and loyalty. And when you focus on customer-centric, you are not just closing one deal, you're building long-term relationships that lead to repeat business, referrals, and loyalty. Customer loyalty is built over time. You can think of it like planting seeds. Every interaction you have with your customer is an opportunity to water those seeds. It could be a follow-up call, email, or to check in, a personalized recommendation based on their financial situation, or an exclusive offer. The more you invest in that relationship, the stronger it becomes. So follow up, offer deals if applicable, and continue building that trust. So as I reflect on that call with my client, I am reminded that customer-centric marketing is not just about selling, it's about serving. It's about building trust by listening to your customers, refining your approach to meet their needs, offering continuous value, and cultivating loyalty over time. By using storytelling and the GROW framework, you can shift from being a business that simply offers products or services to one that truly serves its customers. And when you do that, the rewards will follow. It's not just in sales, but in relationships that stand the test of time. So next time you're in a meeting, on a call, or crafting your marketing strategy, ask yourself, am I truly understanding my customer? So overall, if you take anything away, you want to put your customers at the center of your strategy, and success will follow. I'm happy to answer any questions that anyone has. Yes.
So, Lisa, from your story, you had a person that you were communicating with. You saw his problem, you listened, you figured out his needs, you found a solution for them, right?
Yeah.
It was not a cookie cutter.
Correct.
But that sort of implies that you have an unlimited number of options to offer somebody. You can find a solution for whoever you're talking to, whatever their problem is. What if it's the other way around? What if you have one great solution, whether it's an ESOP or a different type of 401k account? Do you ever just look for customers that fit that model? And how do you decide whether or not you're going to serve a person with whatever their need is versus finding someone who needs your services?
I think it's a two-way street. So in the one hand, we have these great clients, and we're able to work with those clients to customize a solution that fits their needs. And you're right, there are some clients that are the same. And that's kind of your target market when you're talking about digital marketing. You have a target market of people that you go after, and it's kind of a cookie cutter solution, but we also listen to our customers because every business is different, it's run different. And so if they have a problem, we are able to then take that problem and dissect it and go, okay, does this, work across the board? Are we able to make any changes? And so we're able to refine our marketing strategies based on maybe some cookie cutter solutions, but generally speaking, we have certain people that have different needs, and they go into different buckets, and we're able to customize our marketing strategy based on that. Anybody else? No? Okay. Yes.
Yeah, Lisa, thanks. As a matter of course, how do you get that through the storytelling, other elements, through your entire organization? Do you have a training process that does that, or what is your process?
For us, we do a lot of meetings, team meetings. So generally about once a month and quarterly, we get together and we review things that we've got, like things that we're doing, changes that need to be made. So we're constantly trying to keep everybody aligned under the same strategic plan. And if things change, we're able to communicate those things. We also have a management system where we can message the entire group and say, okay, this is what's happened in real time, where we're not having to wait longer periods. But we do have constant communication that flows through our business. Yeah.
Anyone else?
Well,
All right.
thank you,
Thank
guys.
you so very much.
Yes.